everyone, I'm Asin from Learn English with Asin. Today's video is going to be about how to teach spoken English to our students. And this video is going to be really useful for those of you who want to teach spoken English. It could be online or in your real classroom. So without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first tip I have for you guys is make a lesson plan. You know what? This is really important for any of the teachers that you must make a lesson plan before you start any of your lessons. If you're teaching on the computer, then you can make the lesson plan on your computer or on your mobile phone. And if you're teaching in your classroom, so there may be a possibility you may make that lesson plan on a piece of paper. This will really help you to organize your lessons well. And believe me, when you make a lesson plan, your flexibility, your mobility, and even your efficiency will be a lot higher than without planning. It's better when you plan to execute. So if you plan your lessons well, then there's a very big chance that your lessons will go smoothly. So first make a plan and then go for teaching. So this is our tip number 1. Okay, so the second tip I would like to give you is that help them speak more. Yeah, this is true. You should try to help them speak more. And if their vocabulary level is low, so try to first build up their vocabulary skill. Start with really basic vocabularies if they're beginners. So you should start with some basic vocabularies. You can start with only one syllable words, such as duck. Now, what I mean by one syllable, let's say I give you 2 vocabularies, duck and Anna. Anna is 2-syllable word. Why? Because I say Anna. These are 2 syllables, Anna, right? But when I say duck, it's only 1 syllable, duck, one, duck, one. So start with some very basic vocabularies, and believe me, teaching vocabularies will help them build up their confidence and also will allow them to speak more naturally and fluently. So that was our tip number 2. Okay, so our tip number 3 will be that try to make your lessons more interactive and interesting. Students usually get bored and tired when your lessons are not interactive, when your lessons are not interesting. What you can do, you can try to choose some really interesting topics that interest them. For example, young people usually like to, let's say boys, they usually like sports, okay? It could be football, it could be basketball, cricket, and they like these sort of topics, okay? And they even like topics, let's say games, or some of the students, they like movies. So try to select a right topic which helps them get more interactive with you, get speaking with you. So try to choose a topic that is interesting and interactive. Now the next thing you can do is try to be happy all the time. Try to show a great smile on your face, okay? Try to keep a smile on your face, and that will produce more, That is my own experience. If you are smiling all the time, if you are happy all the time, if you're funny during the lesson, that makes the lessons more interesting. So just be happy, keep a smile on your face, and make your lessons funny and interesting. Then your students will take a lot of interest in your lessons and they will produce more. They will learn more. So that was our tip number 3. Our tip number 4 will be build up their conversational skills. Yeah, it is really important for you to make them able to speak at different occasions. Try to make them able to speak at occasions like how to speak at hospital, how to speak in a restaurant. Try to build up their conversational skills by making them able to speak those sentences that they will be using in these occasions, and try to teach them initials, response, and endings. I mean, teach them how to start a conversation, like say hi, hello, good evening, good afternoon. Try to teach them how to start a conversation. Try to teach them how to respond a conversation. Try to give them some responsive sentences, and also teach them some endings, how to end a conversation, how to conclude your conversation. And this will help them to speak at different occasions, and then they will build up great confidence too. So that was our tip number 4. By the way, there is a website where you can find some really good and useful conversations, and that is agendaweb.com. I will definitely give the link in the description, and you can find lots of conversations there and lots of conversation materials from there. So you can go and use it. I use it in my lessons, and I hope it will be quite useful to you as well. You can find the link in the description. Okay, so our tip number 5 will be, try to make your students fluent and not correct every of their mistakes. Try to let them be fluent, okay? Don't interrupt them all the time. If you interrupt them all the time, their confidence level will go decreased. So don't interrupt them. Your priority should be on their fluency. Your priority should be that they are speaking fluently. Yeah, sometimes they could be wrong with grammatically. Maybe their grammar is not that good. They can try to improve it later on, but first priority should be on their fluency. Try to work on their fluency. If their fluency is good, then their conversational skills will be a lot better. So, yeah, grammar is important too, but they can learn it later on. First, try to build up their fluency. That was our tip number 5. Okay, now let's go to our tip number 6. Our tip number 6 will be try to assign them some useful and interactive and interesting homework. Never give them the homework that is quite hard working. For example, any homework that they have to write a lot, they will get bored of that. Okay, they will get tired of that, and then they will sometimes even skip your homework, and they will not do that. Okay. So try to give them a homework that is interactive and interesting so that they do it with a great joy. So give them a homework. You can give them a homework related to their daily routine lifestyle. You know what I usually do? I also teach my students, I also tell them some good techniques that what they can do in their free time so that they improve their spoken English. For example, I tell them to make sentences in their free time. For example, let's say they're in their kitchen and they can make sentences there. For example, let's say they are pouring water into the glass, they are cooking lunch, they are having dinner, etc. So, they can make different sentences. You can tell them some techniques that they can apply in their free time and can make sentences, can have a great practice by themselves. This will be quite helpful and will help them to improve their spoken English and will encourage them to speak more. So that was our tip number 6. Now, the last tip that I have for you guys is you can also use a technique called flashcards technique. Flashcards technique is a good technique, especially for young kids, When you're teaching young kids, you can use your flashcards, and that will help them to improve their vocabulary skill. Flashcards, let me tell you what is flashcard basically. You have a picture, and then in a card you have a word written on that. So that is called a flashcard, by the way. You can even find that on Google. There is a website which allows you to create your own flashcards, and the website name is quizlet.com. I found this website really useful and really helpful for your teaching, for teaching English online. If you want to create flashcards, then you can use this website. It's really useful. They have a free version and a paid version. If you want to upgrade, you can pay them, and you will get some more features in that. So that was our lesson for today. These were all the tips I wanted to give you, and I hope if you follow these tips, that will help you to improve your spoken English experience. Teaching spoken English experience, and it will allow you to teach in a better way. So, if you like this lesson, then please leave a like below. If you have any further question, you can leave a comment below. So, that's all for now. And please do consider subscription, and please press the bell icon so that you never miss any video in the future. So that's all. Ta-ta for now. Bye bye.